And we're back with more OmOneko and more Drunk Taku.
I am very drunk. I tasted way too much hard cider.
Well, now
anyone knows, that's my drink of choice, and I have drunk way too much. And now I am here. For your entertainment, I hope that everyone enjoys this. I am probably going to feel it tomorrow.
Probably. I mean, it reminds me of Fear and Loathing in Cog's Basement, where he swore the next day he swore off peppermint schnapps for life.
I am not that drunk. I am still lucid, but I'm just in a very sad, morose sense.
Well, now's our chance to change that. Am I awake?
I am doing a thing.
I was asleep. Now I'm neither in the physical world of reality nor in the ethereal world of dreams, but a foot planted in both, the mind straddling the strange place between. Alright, brain, that's way too purple fancy, but why am I not sleeping? Because I'm not alone. I've already did a VN about sleep paralysis demons. My mind snaps into consciousness. Did you see that one?
I'm sorry.
Did you see Midnight Comfort?
No, I just sent you a thing.
Okay.
It's funny to me.
All right. I'll check that out here in a little. My mind snaps into consciousness, mostly. There's someone's face mere inches from mine. Pepper? Shimi. The icy steel flood of adrenaline washes away the last of the sleep. Shimi is partly on.
Girl?
Shimi is partly on, partly off the bed, leaning over me, her gaze intense. She's more alert than I've ever seen her, and there's something wild in the way she studies my features. Something in her stare makes me feel like prey. It keeps me very still.
I am a little bit saddened that they keep talking about her like she's, a feral.
Yeah.
She's very... I know it's supposed to be, like, her thing, but, like, she just had her first, like, character thing where she's like, home, I'm home.
Like,
and so, it's her and MC-kun are like, yes, you're home. You are home. You're safe.
Yeah, his reaction is weird, right? Because, like,
yeah,
he spent a lot of time bonding with her, and then the entire thing we just went through in the last episode, and he's still using this prey comparison, but it's like, if she is a feral, which I'm having a hard time buying, if she is a true feral, then she's weirdly sharp for one.
I don't think she is.
I don't think so either.
First off, she can speak, which is more than ferals can do. Secondly, she is a lot more intelligent than the way that ferals are described.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that, here's the thing, ferals, if she considered us to be truly alien, she would have attacked us during her delirium. She didn't. She protected us. She considered us important. So I think, honestly, she thinks that we are important. We are a part of her people.
Yep.
So, which, honestly, it I get it. And, more power to you there, Ryder-chan. You're causing Drunk Taku to have indoor rain right now, because I'm just like, I feel really bad for her. Honestly, the thing with her is, like, I don't think that this is, like, supposed to be titillating. She just is, like, it's just sad. It's just very sad and depressing, and I want to protect her. I just want to take her and have head pats and be like, you know what? You deserve all the tunity you can have. You deserve a good life. You know what? It's the entire, like, if a door closes, a new door opens. Mia leaving with her two fucking, briefcases gave me, a survivor who, loves and cherishes me more than, that cold-hearted witch ever could. And you know what? Maybe that makes me, a cat man, but you know what? She is at least grateful to be around me, and also she's very cute.
You raise a very interesting point there, MC Kun, it seems very, 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 very much at the whims of the opinions of other people. Like, the very notion that the waitress is going to judge him basically sent him into a panic spiral. And I think his greatest weakness is the fact that he's not just trusting himself and his own intuition. He's still thinking about words that other people have said to him. Someone else called her a feral, and he's treated her accordingly, because he's valuing the opinions of other people far stronger than his own lying eyes, as they say. And honestly, I think the best thing for him is to get over himself and start trusting his own instincts. So, we'll see where that goes. We're a couple hours into this. Like, it's time for MC Kun to have his deeper character arc for sure.
Mm-hmm.
She leans close and fiercely examines my lips, forehead, nose, and eyebrows. This is what cats do. They get in your face and they sniff your face. They just want to make sure you're still you. My mind is assaulted with both quiet fear and titillating excitement from her intense scrutiny and unintentional teasing. Shimi sniffs into my ear, sending shivers down my spine to my toes, causing me to inhale sharply. Oh, good, he's into ASMR. Which makes her back off slightly, but only momentarily. There's no telegraph or hint that Shimi is about to move. She just moves. It's unnerving. Because she's lightning fast, dude. Cat's reaction time is like a fraction of a fraction, man.
Cats can teleport. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Shimi makes a small lunge, returning her face next to mine, and I swear I think she's going to kiss me. I can feel her warm breath against my mouth.
Oh my.
If I move forward even slightly, our lips would touch. Would Neko even understand what that means? Like, I don't know if anything like that's even been explained.
Questions that I don't think the game is prepared to ask. I would be happy with knowing that, but this visual novel seems content to just kind of imply questions and not like allow the reader to answer them.
Yeah, if we are not given the satisfaction of the answers in the context of the story, I will reach out to the devs and maybe do a follow-up video about the lore of Neko's.
Yes, because I really seriously like my lore friend, self is like, what is the context for the reason why they are like so criminalized? I understand why, like on a societal level, they'd be like, oh, well, there's these like, perfectly engineered warrior, creatures that are, other eyes. I get that. I get that. Lord above, I get that. Snek can tell you.
He gets that.
I get that. The problem being, though, is that, like, there's no explanation or, like, where these come from. Are these actually, like, is this, like, another hominid species? Or is this something that, like, people made in order to counter the rats that are always, like, troubling people?
Okay, I just realized something. I think the crux of our issue here is that the story is told from the perspective of our MC Kun here.
Yes.
But he's a shut-in. Bro hasn't left the house since he went to buy the ball and a couple odds and ends. And before then, who knows how long he was shut up inside. He is literally the crazy cat man who is largely isolated from society, and his only societal outlets were Goro, Mia, and Veronika. And there's clearly some awkwardness in that last one. So, like, what we're seeing is a world that's probably much better defined than we realize, being told from the perspective of a man who does not care, or won't indulge in the thought exercise involved. So I think this is... it feels like there's probably a dev Bible for this game that goes into all that. But again, if we don't get answers, I will pry for them and see what they are willing to reveal in the aftermath of playing through.
The thing is that I really, honestly, I would love that stuff. I really dig that stuff, and it doesn't bother me. They're like, oh, this is all that target. I'm like, bro, I am used to military history. I am used to jargon. Okay, if you kind of give me anything from in terms of the jargon, I will figure it out. But like, yes, I need something. And honestly, like the thing that kills me, setting, like, I'm so tantalized.
You're,
What's the deal with rats? Are they actually a thing? What's the deal with the Nekos? Why is there such a huge societal like disdain for them? Is this just like MC-kun being weird?
well, not just a societal disdain, there's a societal fascination with them. We've already seen that there's like manga, comic books, and television shows about Nekos. It's not like
Yeah.
it's not one of those things that people just don't talk about.
Yeah.
It's something that they openly acknowledge, and in many cases, like the Nekos are definitely romanticized. So like, what either we have an unreliable narrator who has a very biased view of the situation, or there's more going on, which could very well be the case, or there's more going on than we have the full context of because MC Kun is such a shut-in. I think that's where we're at.
You know, I get that, and also I'm sorry, I'm just very drunk.
No, dude, I get it. And we're also many hours in. We're pretty invested in the story and its characters by now. So, like, we're to the point where we're itching for those answers.
And I don't know. I'm used to like things like I'm used to things like I'm used to things like Type Moon novels where they mention how the world works. And I'm just like dying for like somebody to like be like, well, as you know, ever since the great, rat meteor of '83 or something like that, I'm like, oh, the rat meteor of '83. Of course, the alien rats that came down on the meteor, and that's the reason why ecology is fucked, and we had to make them. I get it now. I understand. Yeah. And of course, regular people don't want to be upstaged by Nekos. I get it. Mm-hmm. I understand. I am wiping my face. I'm sorry.
She looks into my left eye, then into my right one, quickly back to my left. Curiosity.
If you want to use that meteor of '83,
by all means.
You have my permission. I am a generous creative. The Snek can tell you. I'm going to tell you a secret. Half the things, the lore on this channel are because of me. And you know what? It's great. It's okay. I'm not a stingy person. I'm really not. Anyways, please continue. I'm sorry.
Drunk Taku ASMR. Curiosity. No. Well, yes, but also no. It's more of a roused? Looking for something that's been misplaced. She's unsure of what she's looking for. She thinks I may have it, and I have no idea how I know that. Shimi pulls away, staring at me with an expression like I did something wrong. She sighs.
The difficulty is that Nekos are difficult to communicate with.
Yeah.
And Shimi barely communicates to begin with.
Right.
So it's like a double layer.
Yeah, so if she's after something, like searching for something, he's just like, well, she doesn't know what word to use to even ask for it. She sighs dejectedly, giving up for the moment and finding whatever it is she's seeking. Again, it's like I can tell she's about to leave. Wait. She does. Then, with her chin on my chest, a different curiosity. Her demeanor now uncertain, she hesitantly reaches out, lightly grazing my face with her fingers. Actually, my cats do this. Like, okay, you guys might not know it, but snakes can grow pretty mighty beards. And Dash, in particular, likes to run his paw over my beard when he thinks that I have been sleeping too long. And he's like, it's time to get up, human. And he'll just paw my face until I get up.
Really?
Yeah. It's part of the reason I don't really let them sleep in the bedroom very often, because they're kind of a furry pain in my butt.
That's kind of funny, actually.
I can't tell if she's suddenly fascinated by something she pulled from me, a scent, or if she just discovered that she has fingers. I guess that's a matter of perspective, right? She reaches out again towards my ear, more deliberately, this time hovering above it. Shimi touches and then rubs my ear. It's clumsy, and at the same time she's gentle. She stops. Her ears perk at some sound I can't detect, breaking the moment. Her face lights up as her head snaps to her left, her entire being alert to something somewhere to her left, apparently. It reminds me of how feral she is. Shimi rises, intently drawn to the window. Her movements feel slower than they should be. Stiff.
You say that, but, honestly, she speaks. She's a lot more human than the way that ferals are described.
Yeah, definitely.
This just doesn't sit well with me.
Looking out into the night with quick twitches of her ears and a shake of her short tail, her feelings are simple and wild. Shimi stares long into the frozen fireworks of the starry night sky. Then she turns to me, waiting. You want me to look at something? Slowly sliding myself out of bed, I join her at the window. We stay like that for a moment, regarding each other in the moonlight. Shimi delicately takes my hand, pulling it to her. She leans her face into my hand so that I'm cupping her cheek. Then she reaches out to do the same to me. Her hand on my face, like a kiss, unbalances me. Not once does she break eye contact.
I hope that we haven't, I hope we haven't, set ourselves into...
So far, of the choices we've been given, there's only been one that was a clear delineation between the three. So, I don't know if this is something we would go through on a regardless basis. I actually plan on doing all three routes based on the achievements listed on Steam. So that's one of those things we'll get to see as we go. But I'm not sure. It would be very strange if the entire ending we got for the last several hours was based on that one decision made shortly after Shimi was first brought into our house.
Yeah, I suppose that's true, and that's kind of what I've been thinking, but at the same time, though, I'm like, this is, really, really Shimi-centric, which is weird to me. But
not once does she break eye contact. A smile erupts from my enjoyment of our increasingly strange encounter. We stay like this, gazing at each other and touching, which is a strange sentence to make me say out loud. Thanks, game. In the blurred... In the blurred dark, I can see Shimi very clearly. The guarded expression she always wears finally breaks. Shimi clumsily mimics my smile. Smiling isn't a natural thing for her. It's just barely there, a stranger to her face. Seeing it causes another warm wave to crash over me, but this one is soft. Joy. My smile grows. Shimi's smile doesn't grow, but becomes a bit more genuine, less trying it on and more a part of her. So strange are the stars that guided us here. Eh, Shimi? That's again fancy, but Shimi is not fancy. This connection we have is not fancy. It's simple, and it's ours. All of it. The rough patches, the fear, the misinterpreting each other, and also the connection. Ours. No one else anywhere can claim it. Just us. I know this to be true because she's looking at me the same way I look at her. Confused, but comforted. We keep coming back to find our connection again, our common place. Because it's enchanting. We've made the world appear different for each other. She watches my mouth twist and contour, shaping the sounds into words. It's weird for you here, isn't it? I'm as bizarre to you as you are to me. Shimi moves her hand to my ear, tracing its shape with her fingers. She still hasn't taken her eye away from mine. We've, done ear scritches before. I'm kind of wondering if that's what she's attempting to do to us. She's like, oh, well...
She's trying to protect us, or...
I'm thinking, when I felt bad, human petted my ear, and that felt really good. So if I do, if I pet his ear, that will feel good and make him feel safe, too. I'm just spitballing here, but...
I will say this. I have had situations, not with Lady Chloe, whereby I was having an absolutely awful day, and she would come over and she would just sit in my lap. Cats are known for being kind of standoffish, but they have situations, especially with cats that they will come over and they will actually they will try and make you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because we can't really read their emotions, and they're not like dogs. They have not bred themselves such to the point that they actually will mimic our facial features. And that's the reason why, if you look at dogs, you can tell how they're excited or they're sad or whatever, because they have actually bred themselves to the point that they will mimic us, and we can read them and they will read us.
Makes sense.
And that's beautiful. And that's a beautiful, wonderful thing, but like we don't have that connection with cats. So they seem a bit like almost alien, but they have the capacity, and they do, a lot of them, to understand, and they will try and comfort us.
Yep.
And I think you're kind of onto something, that Shimi is trying to make us feel better.
A little scary, and also amazing. She touches my lips, then turns and heads out of my room.
I think this is a second breakthrough.
Yeah, I think so too. Shimi looks back at me from the doorway, and again her manner is determined, roused. Back to trying to find whatever it is she's misplaced, she steals away out of my room and down the hallway. Sometimes cats just want to check on you. I lie awake for a while, just basking in the strange moment shared with Shimi, and trying to figure out why she makes me think such weird and poetic thoughts. She's not fancy. Finally, as I drift off to sleep, I feel Shimi slip into my bed. She does it as if it's the most natural thing in the world. She wants snuggles. That means you're her person. Cats feel safe sleeping next to their person, because that means if there was to be a threat, the two of you could fight it off together. I don't even have time to be surprised by it before she's next to me, hugging a pillow. Shimi watches me. Periodically, her ears twist towards the window or to the bedroom door. I watch as she relaxes in phases, stages where she starts to settle in and suddenly perks up, alert, ears in her whole being attentive to some invisible sound somewhere far away. After a moment, slowly relaxing again, she repeats this, calming a little more each time. We are such different creatures. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. We're just... us. Finally content that nothing in the immediate vicinity is going to eat us, Shimi presses her toe to my leg and closes her eyes, her ears remaining attentive to all the things around her, including me. It takes me almost no time to fall asleep. Oh my gosh, we're going outside, guys! Standing outside the shop, I pause in the shadow of the building next to a metal light pole. After breakfast, I didn't really have a plan when I left the house, just going out. The weirdest part of it, when I'm headed to the shops, my brain usually switches to autopilot. I don't pay attention to the sights or sounds or smells. Instead, my mind plays with whatever thoughts are currently bouncing around my head. I had none of that. I saw each tree, anticipated every approaching car, alert to it all. Actually paying attention to my surroundings felt important for some reason. And moving outside feels... What's that?
I'm sorry, I'm looking at Twitter. Speaking of which, this is actually pertinent to what's going on.
All right.
It's a person who is being ill, and they woke up to their cat, and their cat gave them a chunk of their food. And so they just woke up and they reached down and they're just like, why is there kibble here? And it's their cat trying to feed them.
Yeah, cats worry.
Yes, they do.
I have a little snowdrift over by the edge of my chair right now. He's pretty zonked right now.
Is that Sir Dash or is that Lady Lila?
That's Sir Dash. Lady Lila, I think, is passed out on the couch. I just washed the throws that I keep on my couches, and so I think she's napping inside one of them now that they're nice and clean.
Stuff.
Everything feels slightly downhill. What am I saying? It's like downhill, natural. Wandering is easy, or easier than not wandering? Resisting the urge? I know I didn't leave the house because I wanted to avoid any of the girls. Things are going great at home, like some master puppeteer is behind the scenes. We're all remarkably in sync. I never imagined Claudia and Pepper would get along, let alone Claudia, Pepper, and Shimi. But back to wandering. I have no money with me, and I don't need anything, so I don't go to the shop. Steering clear of Lind is a bonus. Still, it's weird that I just walked to the store for no reason. Sudden need to stretch my legs? Whatever. I'm glad I did. Maybe I can't understand it, but I feel it. My pulse rising from the small bit of exercise. Somehow I'm more alive. This is a much better waste of time than sitting and surfing on my phone. You went outside and touched grass, my dude.
Oh my god, now I've got to, eat some meat and, with some weights. Oh my god, it's no longer MC. I'm now main Chad Coon.
Oh, that's an evolution, all right. Get him, Pepper! Back home in the comfortable familiarity of my fenced-in yard, I easily push all thoughts out of my head. It's a gorgeous afternoon. The sausages sputter and pop on the nice hot grill.
I
Claudia
was going to
suggested...
say Veronika would be, take notice of that for sure.
Yeah, I was about to say, definitely. Claudia suggested we grill some apple and bell pepper slices to have with them, and she now hums her made-up tune while checking her plants. We both entertain ourselves watching Pepper.
Of course, Claudia is like, bell peppers. No cat is going to be like bell peppers. Maybe apple, because cats actually do enjoy some sweet things.
And
maybe.
So, I mean, I've seen cats develop strange appreciation for certain people foods. I remember I saw a video of a cat eating watermelon with their human, and I'm like, that's such a strange thing.
Yes. Actually, it's funny. My Chessie, our Chesapeake Bay Retriever, she loves watermelon. She loves watermelon, even to the point where, like, we have to be mindful of when we give her a watermelon slice, because she will just eat the whole thing, like rind and all. She just thinks it's the greatest thing. And the green part's just chewy. That's even better. But Chesapeake Bay Retrievers are so weird, man. She goes out and she like starts picking tomatoes off Mama Boogum's tomato vines. And she thinks it's like a cool treat. She thinks cherry tomatoes are the greatest. I have never known any other dog to be like, I want tomatoes.
Tomato. Yeah.
Yes. No, she thinks cherry tomatoes are a treat.
Huh.
And so we'll like have cherry tomatoes, like just, for like salads or whatever. And she's like, oh, I want those. It's like, why though?
The weird/funny thing is my niece is obsessed with tomato. It's one of her favorite things. Shrug.
I can kind of get it. It is, especially with like cherry tomatoes. It's not the most acidic tart flavor you can get, but it's pretty distinct. And good on her for appreciating tomatoes. I'll tell you a secret.
What's that?
This is gonna. Don't tell her that I told you this.
Okay.
Pugum's sister Ichigo,
right.
When she was about your niece's age, she hated tomatoes. She lied to her kindergarten teacher and said she was allergic. I'm not kidding.
That's pretty severe, yeah.
And she's like, and Mama Pugum didn't know until the kindergarten teacher came to her and was like, oh, well, thank you for telling, baby sister Pugum that, she knows that she's allergic to tomatoes, because I was going to get her some spaghetti. But, she's like, oh, I'm allergic, and that's good for her. And Mama Pugum was like, what? No, she's not. She's lying to you.
Kids will say the weirdest things, man.
She just didn't like tomatoes. She just didn't like the way it tasted. So,
all right. We both entertain ourselves watching Pepper play her game of solo bounce with a big smile on her face. Shimi joins us, though it's unnatural for her. She emerges from the doorway and steps into the sunshine. She gives cursory attention to Pepper and Claudia, then spends the rest of the time splitting her focus between the woods beyond Veronika's yard and me.
Good on Pepper for entertaining herself.
Yeah, she seems to be getting better about that.
Yeah.
And I just realized Shimi is not wearing pants. I have questions.
You know what? Good on Shimi for realizing liberation.
Just like Cat in Breath of Fire 2, she has the right to say no to pants.
You know what? Actually, it's funny. I've seen fan art of Cat wearing underwear. At which point you see Bo and Ryu looking at each other, and they both get the long upper lip, like perv grins. And it's like, yeah, it is kind of more lewd with her to wear actual underwear than her to not.
Yeah.
It's kind of the Porky Pig situation. You kind of get used to her not wearing pants.
Yeah. Maybe that's just, you just kind of normalize it, right? The hinted colors of a bruised sky reaching through the window tell me that morning, still a ways off, creeps closer. Shimi joined me when I went to sleep. I don't know when she got up, but something pulls me to find her.
Hey, chicka bum bum, chicka bum bum. Hey, chicka chicka, chicka wah wah.
Seeing the back door cracked open is unsettling. An invitation for rats to come in? Pepper would love that. No. I discard that concern completely. There are 3 Nekos in the house. Rats won't come near this place. Besides, not the door is open. It's why the door is open. It's unsettling.
Yeah, that's a. See, the issue I have immediately is the fact that, like, you have the door open and Pepper can just leave, but at the same time, though, Pepper can just leave anyway.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem, like, terribly bothered with just wanting to go.
Yeah. Not to mention,
But it's in-
Nekos have opposable thumbs, meaning doorknobs are
Yes.
not outside their capacity.
Yes, I mean, the fact that Pepper wields a hammer,
Yeah.
so, yes.
Shimi is near the
I mean-
bushes. Oh, good.
I'm just kind of thinking about, like, Pepper strikes me as the same way I kind of imagine Cooper, our doodle.
Hmm?
He's incredibly intelligent, but the problem is, though, is like as soon as he sees the doors open, he just leaves. And he's not a problem. He loves people. He thinks that anybody he meets is like, he's just a friend he hasn't met yet. The issue, though, is that he has no fear, and he doesn't quite understand that, like, open roads have cars, and cars are not just going to stop for him.
Yeah.
And this is a difficulty. And so we always are like, oh, God, where is he? Whenever the door is open.
Yeah, no, understandably. Dash has bolted outside on 2 different occasions, and both times he runs outside, goes saucer-eyed, and is just like, oh god, I have made a terrible mistake. And I'm like, yeah, you have. Go back inside,
Lady-
stupid.
Lady Chloe was the same way. The one time she jumped outside.
We had
And
the
was
window open, and this stupid cat just jumps out the window. Now, mind you, there was like a deck immediately beneath her. She didn't fall at all, but
And she just looked at us. We looked at her. She was saucer-eyed and was like, I have made the worst
terrible
mistake.
decision.
And so Snek went over to this is like not 3 feet away from where we were. He went over, he opened the door and was like, hey, you want to come in? And she just kind of like slunk in. And it's like, we all learned a lesson that day. I don't think we really know what the lesson was, but it was an important lesson indeed.
It was something. I just don't know what.
Yes.
Jimmy is near the bushes at Goro's gate, looking out into the darkness and woods beyond. Strangely, the backyard only feels like an extension of the house, as if the black sky were a ceiling of another room, and Shimi was simply on a balcony, looking out into a faraway landscape. One of her ears flicks in my direction, solid acknowledgement from her, but otherwise she stays focused on the night. It's like coming across someone immersed in the middle of a book. She has an energy, absorbing all the invisible facets of the mysterious world hidden away out there in the slowly retreating darkness. Too poetic, but yeah. She's deeply engrossed in it all, and I don't want to interrupt her. At the same time, she has aroused my curiosity. Well, you know, cats like it when you join them doing weird things. Sometimes Dash likes to look out the window, and I'll just go over and join him and be like, hey, what you looking at?
Mm-hmm.
As quietly as I can, I move closer to her. I try to listen to the night like she does, to hear all the out-of-phase aspects of it, to connect with what she's connected to. But the language of the night speaks is just too foreign to my senses. It's too early to be up, but I know I'd never fall asleep right now. Out of habit, I grab my phone and fall onto the sofa. Phone's dead? Yeah, phone's dead. When was the last time I charged it? Phone's dead and I don't care, I don't. But I know I should. Just as the regular world feels empty, colorless. Still, I do need to charge my phone. Mom could be trying to call. More likely Mia, sending hate texts, but regardless. Before I can grab my phone charger, that feeling like I'm being watched, I think I'm starting to enjoy the rush it brings. Jimmy's presence fills the room. I feel her before I see her.
You know what? This makes me seem like, you know, MC Kun kind of feels about Mia the same way that you feel about Patty Chan there, Professor.
Patty Chan and I have a complicated relationship.
That what you call it?
Yeah, let's go with that. She stands at the living room window by her hoard. I never heard her come in or saw her across the room. As she stares
For the
at the
record, I was just going to say, for the record, for those of you who don't know, Patty Chan is the professor's FBI handler. So
yeah,
that's what he's calling her.
that's the joke.
Yes.
As she stares through the window out into the night, Shimi has that same look from when she woke me up the other night, seeking the something that's been misplaced. Finding me instead seems to derail her from her
I'd
hunt.
say I don't think we've messed with her treasures yet. Have we?
He says he's looked at them and he'll rotate certain older ones back to where they belong, but he says for the most part he lets her keep, like some number of items back there. So she stands for a moment, gazing out the window, then turns, snapping her sharp gaze to me. I focus my eyes on the blank screen of my phone. In my peripheral vision, I watch her, still as a statue, gazing me. I'm not fooling her. She knows exactly what I'm doing.
I mean, yeah, and you know exactly what she's doing.
Yeah, that's the dance.
I mean, yeah.
Then, with a sudden...
I'd be more concerned over the fact that she seems to be wearing the same shirt that she's always wearing.
Technically Claudia and Pepper are too, so it's just...
Yes, but they have multiple sets of clothing. We don't know if Shimi has, or if Claudia's just been taking her and giving her new clothes.
Either's possible, so I think it said that shirt belongs to Claudia originally. But, it's whatever. No, it was one of Mia's. It was one of Mia's.
I was going to say, if it's Claudia's, that would explain why it's markedly larger than...
Yeah. I believe he said it was Mia's. I'd have to review the footage, but that would be me looking over several hours of footage at this point, looking for a very particular line of dialogue, so I'm not going to sweat it.
Wow, Taco's drunk a lot. You really should stop. Buddy won't.
Then, with a sudden, sleek and easy movement, Shimi pulls back the curtain. She's moving better. Her grace is returning. She picks up the can of crushed tomatoes. This is another of the bizarre ways we communicate, like leaving notes for each other. She puts things behind the curtain, creating a hoard and satisfying her habitual need to collect. Then I put some of the things back. In a way that makes the whole house her stash, something I think we both find oddly comforting. Her hoard...
Hey, remember, she's home. She's home. We had an entire breakthrough about this.
Yeah, seriously. Like, the MC-kun does kind of like to revisit his train of thoughts, which I guess is a very human thing to do, but it's also one of those things where it's like, yeah, we kind of know this already, but whatever.
Yeah, we know. Thank you. Let's move on.
I guess that is the thought process of a neurotic mess. I mean, I would know. Her hoard behind...
Takes one to know one, I guess.
Yeah, seriously. Her hoard behind the curtain currently consists of a towel, canvas shopping bag, a photograph of me, and that same can of crushed tomatoes. Crushed tomatoes of all things.
So sad. That is like the saddest stash of things.
Crushed tomatoes of all things. Not tuna, not condensed milk, crushed tomatoes. I don't know if I think it's completely nuts or really cute. Her bobtail conveys pleasure as she returns the can to her mostly unmolested pile. Lingering there, Shimi looks again out the window at the fading darkness and beyond. Oh, hi. Satisfied that her little treasure trove is safe and finding nothing outside that catches her interest, she moves quickly to join me on the sofa. With a hand on my thigh, Shimi stares at me expectantly. She wants scritches, yo. Then she takes my hand and pulls it to her ear. It's obvious what she wants. I was just joking, but yeah, look, I nailed it. How could I deny you, Shimi? While I rub her ear, Shimi's cautious expression slowly changes to one of strange ecstasy. Her eyes close. I rub. Your ears are cool again.
Huh.
The fever's gone for good. Shimi leans her head and releases a long sigh. Do you remember the last time we did this? She replies to my talk. She answers me, but the noise she makes is less than talking, and more than just making a soft, breathy something. Like a lazy trill of her tongue, just making sounds to add to the moment. Pleasant noise, devoid of substance. Which I guess is the same thing I'm doing. After a few moments, she suddenly fixes on me suspiciously. Ear rubs are a two-edged sword for her. She enjoys them, but pleasure is still a strange concept. Careful, Shimi. Affection can be addictive. I grin at my own words.
Hey,
Shimi copies me. She relaxes again and leans even closer. With a hand on each of her ears, I rub. I massage her ears and the part of her head at the base. Her eye, locked on me, again begins to have a vague distance about it. I rub. Her eyes shut tight, her lips slightly part. Shimi's breathing becomes deeper and quickens. Her hands move to my knees, supporting her as she leans closer and begins a rhythmic massage of her own on me. It's as if my rubbing of her ears were a wave traveling through her whole body, then releasing into my leg like a surf on the shore.
She's biscuit making.
Yeah, she's making biscuits. She squeezes and releases on one leg, then repeats on the other in tempo with my rubbing, causing me to deepen the ear rub, causing Shimi to squeeze harder. Her breathing is coming in long, relaxed sighs. Shimi presses her cheek against my forearm. That's kind of
what
how
that means.
That means she's comfortable.
That means she's actually really, really comfortable.
Actually, Miss Lila and I had a moment like that last night. She has decided, in the wake of a terrible nasal infection, that she would like to become a lap cat. And we're still working in the details because she's not good at balancing and she forgets she has needles for fingers. But I put Cat in my lap and she kind of laid her head on my forearm, which, I mean, I don't have arms, but that's not important right now. She kind of like leaned into the forearm and I just pet Cat. And she was purring her little heart out, which might be the first time she's done that in a while, to be honest.
You don't understand, ladies and gentlemen. You go to Snek Mart, and snakes are actually very jealous of other species for having arms, so they get, prosthetics.
Yep.
That's what Snek is talking about.
Yeah, they're not particularly impressive prosthetics, but we have them.
Yes.
The world seems to slip from us, becoming a faraway dream. As if our heartbeats are sinking, our physical rhythms meshing, and the emotions and energy shared. Shimi turns her head just slightly and bites my forearm. I freeze. She's holding onto my arm with her teeth. It's firm, but not painful. I think she just did a love bite. Dash is really bad about that. He'll just get kind of overstimulated while I'm stretching, and he's just like, he won't bite down like he's trying to bite through, but he basically puts my hand in his mouth. So
yeah. Oh, Cooper the doodle, our doodle, he loves doing that, especially when he's excited or he's trying to get your attention.
Yeah,
he'll come over and give you a nip and be like, hey, pay attention to me. Hey, I'm doing something. It's like, yeah, I know you are.
We noticed. Thanks,
little gooer, come here. Yeah. So but he's the baby. He's always looking for attention.
Yeah, I get it. Shimi is still breathing in deep sighs, and her hot breath on my bare arm is giving me very mixed signals. I don't want to stop, but it's also tripped me out of sync with her. Sensing my change of mood, Shimi breaks from her own light trance. Takes her a moment before she realizes that she's holding fast to my arm with her teeth. She blinks, her eye focuses on me. The heady moment recedes, leaving a dry awkwardness. She's still holding my arm in her mouth.
Hey, check a bomb again!
She opens her mouth, releasing me. With an expression as close to embarrassed shyness as she can muster, Shimi quickly leaves. I hear the hall closet quietly shut. I mean, she wasn't trying to hurt you, and it's obvious she wasn't.
No. Hey, at least this is not, belabored rhyming, bump diddy, gonna hump diddy you.
Soon the
Pepper,
sun...
no, Pepper, yes!
Yeah, you can tell she's Goro's cat, all right. Soon the sun will be up. I climb back into bed anyway. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, I have appeared. A moment later, Shimi slides under the covers next to me. I was hoping you would. But where else is she gonna sleep? I'm enjoying having her this close to me. She's enjoying it too. Even in the fleeting dark, I can feel it in her weird little smile.
Oh, Spaghetti-O!
It's like, the thing that's really going to become a problem is if Claudia and Pepper get jealous about it. A few days later.
And here's the thing. Female cats, they are actually the ones who will collaborate.
Yep.
So, just saying.
The shape of the roof is designed with purpose.
Hipster could die.
That's possible. Angled to a particular engineering outcome, directing the rain to funnel water falling off at the designated points and onto the drains set on the ground to catch it. The rainwater flows onto the earth along pipes, which eventually lead to utility tunnels. There, deep underground, alongside but safely separated from electrical conduits, gas lines, and sewers, the stormwater is collected and carried away into our own dedicated system. Yes,
that is in fact how rainwater collection goes.
Yep.
MC.
I'm kind
glad
of
to know that
curious
you-
as to where we're going with this.
I am glad to know that you know about utilities.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and for all you baboos out there who don't know, there is a difference in sewerways and waterways. Like, most of the tunnels you actually see in, like, say, the Ninja Turtles are mostly storm drains. They're actually not true sewers. Now, are they oftentimes conflated? Yeah, because they're usually really close to each other and it's the same basic idea, but they are different structures.
Yeah, but I mean, storm drains are not going to be given the same water treatment for the most part that,
Yeah.
sewage is, for understandable reasons. I mean, stormwater is, it is hard. It is not something that's safe to drink, but it's not nearly as bad and does need the multiple layers of treatment that, that
Actual
poo
sewage
water
does. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Concrete channels.
Exactly.
Concrete channels mimic tributaries and connect small streams into bigger and bigger waterways, merging into cement canals which carry the storm water away. And it all begins with the rain on the roof. And here, at a point between where the rainwater falls from the roof and before it lands on the drain to be caught and carried underground, here stands Shimi. She's naked, because of course she is. Her ears folded back, she allows a natural shower to cascade over her.
Why though?
Like, you can literally shower at any time, and you're choosing to do this. Okay.
I mean, maybe she's blessing the rains down in Africa. I don't know. Maybe she's natural. I know some people who do that. It's a little bit weird. Okay, I lie. It's a little bit weird.
Well, I mean,
Some
this
people-
could just be an example of old habits die hard.
I guess. I'm just saying, rainwater is cold,
Yeah.
and I'm not for nothing, but I prefer my showers to be warm.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how hot it's been that day for me. If it's been a redonkulously hot day and I'm sweaty, then I'm putting that thing on full cold.
Yes, but I hate to tell you this, Professor. Not everyone lives on literally the surface of the sun like you do.
I mean, I know. Her ears folded back, she allows the natural shower to cascade over her body in its cool, constant flow. I find myself unable to do anything but gape at her. The sight is beyond surprising and, well...
Oh, mama.
She's gorgeous. Yeah, that's exactly what he basically said. She's gorgeous. I mean...
See, I said it in a more impactful way.
Sometimes less is more. I mean, really gorgeous. A raven-haired beauty. I can't pry my eyes off of her. She looks like she could be starring in a shampoo commercial. I would totally buy that shampoo. MC could have a little dignity, man.
Hey, chicken bomb bomb.
But she looks so much more real.
Again.
Her scars and stub of a tail, her lean frame, all the things that tell the tale of a life in the wilds, a creature of opportunity. And I just want to be with her, outside with her, showering in the rain. Euphoric kitty.
MC, I don't know if you should be saying that if, there's a huge, stigma against Neko human relations.
Yeah.
This seems like you are hankering down bad boy. I'm just saying, prior to us recording this, Snek and I, we follow a animator who's actually pretty good, I'd argue. His name is Tired Dog Animations, and he has an ongoing thing where his straight man character dog basically just has to deal with things. Usually his roommate sheep, who has a thing for married women, shall we say. And honestly, I feel like Sheep is a little bit more restrained than MC Kun is being right now. MC Kun is being very flowery with his oh, my ladies! Oh, the single lady!
Bro is a bit of a poet, but he slips into purple prose from time to time.
And he also, I feel like he needs a woman in his life, an actual woman.
A human woman, preferably.
Hey, you know what? I don't understand the difficulty that he's having with Neko's.
Right.
I'm just saying I would love some context with that. But
Also,
that being said, the
thinking
guy
on
is
it,
down bad for a number of these ladies.
yeah, no, he is. But I think you're right. Like, this is very Shimi centric. I do wonder if we're already on her path and just don't know it yet, or haven't gotten official confirmation of it yet.
Hey, I'd be okay with that.
Now, I mean, fair. I mean, again, I'm going to do all three. You guys at home will see all three routes before we are done.
I will say that I will throw you a bone.
All right.
In my dog centric way that I am. None of these girls are bad. Even Claudia, who was like, okay, I don't really know what her deal is. I think I kind of get it. So I don't begrudge you if you were to go other girls, but I'm just saying.
Based on what we know up to this point in the game, I would be Team Claudia. She just has that very gentle, refined nature. And Pepper's a bit spry and tomboyish and high energy for my liking. She strikes me as a clockwork waifu. It's like, I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm saying that as a fair assessment, as I know my friends' types.
Yes, honestly, my problem with Pepper is the fact that she reminds me too much of my little sisters.
Yeah, I get that.
The Pugum sisters are very much in that very much in that regard.
Right.
So.
The euphoric heady days last but a moment. The reality crashes against and shatters the fantasy. As the more rational part of my brain remarks, there's a naked Neko in your front yard. What if Veronika or your other neighbors see her? Realistically, she's in the bushes at the spot we first found her, so there's almost no way anyone could see her, but still, I should get her inside. Tapping on the window frame gets her attention. Shimi seems quite happy to see me.
Down in Caprica.
Yeah, hi. I stammer like a nervous schoolboy with a crush and point to the door. Grabbing the towel from her stash, I rush over and open the door. Shimi steps inside.
Well done, game.
Inside is
done.
better. Hello,
Wait,
Shimi.
way to keep it PG-13.
There's a little bit of a slip happening. I'm going to have to censor a tiny little bit about this, but
Naked boobies are not on the menu.
Yeah, apparently. Shimi is still very hard to read, but she seems happy. Naked and happy and holding her soaking wet t-shirt. With her free hand, she reaches out to touch my ear. Yes.
Are we all?
Are
we all so lucky?
I already said that. It's suddenly very hard to concentrate. I blush and giggle like an idiot. How about I trade you this nice dry towel for that wet t-shirt? She takes the towel and starts drying off right there in the foyer. Like, where else is she gonna dry off, bro? She's already tracked water in. What do you want? Drawing my eyes from her, I turn quickly and head to the bathroom. I'm really glad Claudia's modesty kept her from ever walking around naked. Not that Mom ever would have let her. Shimi's shirt gets a quick wash in the sink with soap, a good rinse, and then into the clothes dryer with the fabric softener sheet. I focus on the shirt tumbling on the dryer, and not the image of Shimi naked in the rain, her glistening skin as she dries herself in the foyer. Nope, I'm totally not...
Good Lord, Snek.
Bro.
Good Lord.
It's not me. MC-kun is definitely not me.
You're right.
I'm totally not thinking of the slope of her neck that merges into her collarbone. Oh, they do have collarbones. All right, question answered. The shape and swell of her chest that curves with the soft line of her belly down to her hips and thigh. The shirt tumbles in the heated air of the dryer. Wow, I never noticed how quickly the clothes dryer heats up the room.
MZ, you
Bro.
really...
Dude.
Bro.
My man.
Bruh. My guy. My dude.
You have got to calm down.
I am a poet. I am also very drunk right now. I get it. But you need to chill.
Yeah, seriously. Mia's old shirt. Shimi wears one of Mia's old shirts. Okay, that confirms that as well. If Mia knew, I think her head would explode. That thought causes me to recall Goro.
The irony.
That thought caused me to recall Goro joking about Shimi being the feral that Mia hit with her car. The timeline fits.
You know, it does seem to fit, and the dramatic irony, I feel like, is too palpable for it to not be a thing.
Yeah, bro, seriously, calm down. T-shirt sure is taking a long time to dry. I can't seem to get the image out of my head. Shimi in all her glory standing in the rain. It's a strange... Oh, that's not a slip. It's like the shadow of her hair, I just realized. It's a strange attraction, a fierce arousal, desire I don't think I felt before. Something animal, raw, and base. Cold shower, yes. I need to get back into my normal headspace. A nice ice cold shower. Spit on the cold tap before I can get undressed and climb into the shower to wash away these feelings. Feelings? You know that feeling? Oh no. Like you're being watched. I didn't lock the door, and I already know. Shimi. Standing before me like the birth of Venus. Shimi currently has a confidence about her that only unsettles me more. Roused. She's holding the towel against her body, just not anywhere that covers anything. Droplets from her skin, still damp hair, race down her skin, leaving trails as they trace the curves of her. I swallow hard, trying to calm my breathing. Behind me, ice-cold shower rains from the shower head. Before me, a very naked Shimi blocks my only exit. She blazes with all the fiery mystery of the sun. I feel her heat. I feel her gravity pulling me toward her. She seems to be studying my awkwardness and arousal at her nakedness, trying to comprehend it and at the same time enjoying it.
Snek.
Yep.
Do you believe in gravity?
Soul gravity. Wow, it's really hot in here. I'm sure your shirt is dry enough.
Intensifies.
I open the dryer and grab her shirt. As I reach in, my face is dangerously close to her naked body. Heat from both wash over me. Dizzy, my knees become rubbery. Like, bro, you have got to calm down. Get a grip. It takes a great deal of focus to steady myself. Stepping back, I hold out her mostly dry t-shirt, warm from the dryer and perfumed from the fabric softener. Behind me, the chill of the running shower tries to push me toward her. Shimi takes the shirt and hands me the towel. She doesn't put the shirt on right away. Every cell in my body wants to be closer to her. Shimi's nakedness goads me on. The air feels very thick. Getting it into my lungs takes effort. She smiles, that weird little smile at how twisted up inside she's making me. The look in her eye is both a delight and also predatory. She's enjoying her effect on me, not even bothering to hold the shirt against her chest as an afterthought. Shimi holds up her arm for me to examine. Seriously? I nervously laugh. She doesn't need bandages or ointment anymore. The offer of her arm, we both know, is kind of a tease to deepen the moment. A way to combine this awkward new connection with our comfortable old connection to expand the bond. She makes one hell of an argument, so... Shimi watches intently as I hold her arm with one hand and gently trace the newly formed scar tissue with 2 fingers from the other. Now it's my turn to unbalance her. My touch on her flesh causes goosebumps to rise across her skin. They reach towards me as she sharply and deeply inhales. Shimi leans closer. I train all my focus on the ragged pinkish scar on her arm, but it's impossible to ignore her body. Strained and excited, poking at my arm in the same tantalizing manner that my fingers tease her. It's no good. The air in here feels like plasma. My vision blurs. I place my hand over the scar tissue and feel her face close to mine. Shimi's fingers trace down my ear, down my neck. She presses her thigh against me. I breathe in the scent of her.
Oh my!
This is getting a little, alright, age restriction. Jimmies and Jovies need to be in bed. Even though I post my videos at 6 a.m. Central Time. I hold her arm tighter.
Meanwhile, Atticos are there being like, it's time for Jimmies and Jovies to go to bed. Snek and I need to do wrestling. This is mixed martial arts time.
I hold her arm tighter, her chest teasing the back of my hands. Like walking on a small boat as it rolls over large waves. The only thing keeping me from falling overboard is my tightening grip on her arm. What kind of witchcraft is this, Wildcat? We both breathe in deep, heavy synchronicity. Our noses are almost touching. I can taste her in the air. Her hand on my neck, her body pressing against me, her nails gently dragging across. Pepper shower time! They actually put in a record scratch. Classy. Drawn by the sound of running water. There's actually
hear that. Now you have.
There was playing kind of like this sultry song, and then there was like Pepper shows up, and there's a record scratch. Like legit. Drawn by the sound of running water, Pepper enters the bathroom with the subtlety of a thunderbolt. Her sudden and disruptive presence sends me stumbling backward, almost into the shower. Flinch, punch your pinch. Pepper takes her top off. No. Completely ignoring the
What are you
situation.
talking about? This is exactly what you wanted there, MC Code.
Completely ignoring the situation, she just interrupted. Pepper continues removing clothes in preparation of getting into the shower. Seizing the paper-thin vestige of rational thought I still have, I rush out of the bathroom, past Shimi and Pepper, into my bedroom, closing and locking the door behind me. It takes more than a moment for me to get a hold of my senses and compose myself. Shimi, that was completely out of the blue, and crazy, and overwhelming. And although I enjoyed it, I think I enjoyed it way too much. You think, bro? My heart still races from the intensity of it. Shimi's attraction to me way more than I can handle. Instantly, I recoil in fear that a fight broke out between Shimi and Pepper, but I quickly realized it's just Pepper. Apparently, Pepper didn't test the water temperature before jumping into the ice-cold shower. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. The bird fights its way out of the egg. The egg is the world. Who would be born must first destroy a world. That's okay. Shimi's gone. I stand at Goro's gate and stare at the place where Veronika's yard meets the wilds. To the south, at the back edge of both our yards, the steep briery granite outcropping drops sharply down into the peaty marsh of cedar, hemlock, and pitch pine. She didn't go that way. She went to the east in the direction of the river, where oak, maple, and spruce rides a more gentle slope of granite ledge and ravines skirting the edge of town. That's where Shimi went, and now she's gone. Finding things to occupy myself all day was its own task. Claudia did chores. Pepper played bounce with her new ball. I mostly just watched them. They appreciated my company, and I appreciated the distraction. I was only really half there, though. My equilibrium's off. But now, as the shadows grow, they widen the hole in my life, one I haven't felt in a long time. I find myself back outside, looking off towards the forests, very old place with the very old emptiness. Shimi will be back, I'm sure of it. It's just, right now, my bed is too big. Weird how quickly I got used to having Shimi next to me. Hearing her breathe, feeling her move in the covers, I miss the rough, callous skin of her toe against my leg. I'm awake for much longer than I want to be. It's a restless night. Shimi doesn't show up for breakfast the next day. I force myself not to think too much of it. I spot Claudia at the sink, holding a spatula and a frying pan. She moves the former against the latter like there's something stuck on the pan. Sort of. It's less scraping the spatula on the pan and more moving it in a slow circle. Morning. She jumps, slightly embarrassed at being caught daydreaming. My look tells her we've known each other way too long for you to be embarrassed in front of me. May as well use those to cook the last of our eggs. She returns a small but appreciative smile. Humbly, Claudia hands me the pan and spatula, then fetches our few remaining eggs. Sad. I look up from my empty plate. I'm full, yet plagued by an emptiness the meal doesn't touch. I don't even remember eating the eggs. No, I'm fine. Claudia isn't buying it. She doesn't push the issue, but waits to see if I'll confide in her. Why not? I wish I knew where Shimi was. Before Claudia can respond, Pepper interrupts. Pepper knows. My shocked and hopeful expression quickly morphs to one of simple doubt, a clear indication I'm not in the mood to be teased, but Pepper doubles down. Pepper knows where sashimi goes. Pepper just waits, her smile twists playfully. Fine, tell me what you know, and I'll give you a treat. She thinks about it and shakes her head. Nope. What? No treat. We're bargaining. I feel my lips press together and my eyes narrow as another mood swing takes hold. I hold my temper and slowly release a breath that feels like hot slag. Then what do you want? With a far too serious expression, Pepper says very quietly, story time. That's right, I'm an idiot. We haven't had a story time since the first one. Shimi being sick made me forget all about it. The guilt is humbling and compounds my already dour mood. You got it, Pepper. We'll do story time tonight. And story time all nights. Every night? That sounds like a lot. And voices. Voices? You want me to act out the character? Costumes, Pepper. And treats. You're just screwing with me, aren't you? Oh, and stop. Wait. Look, Pepper, I can't promise to do story time every night, but we'll try for at least a few times a week. Pepper waits. And I'll do the stupid voices, but no costumes. Deal? Pepper, having probably gotten more than she was shooting for, smiles and puts her hand out. Deal! I reach to shake and close the deal when she suddenly grabs my hand. Drags me over to the curtains and stands at Shimi's stash. I'm not sure what game Pepper is playing with me now, but I'm starting to doubt she has any useful information. What am I looking at, Pepper? Shimi isn't here. Pepper gets an annoyed expression and pulls the curtain back, revealing a juice box and a photo of me. The canvas bag and the can of crushed tomatoes are gone. Realizing that Pepper knows about the stash and that the stash had a picture of me causes me to blush. I know this is where she hides stuff. You're not telling me anything. Some stuff here gone, but stuff in sashimi other stash not gone. Other stash? Where's her other stash? Pepper again grabs my hand. Pulling me outside, we end up near the bird bath and Mom's flowering tree. Pepper gives me a very smug grin. Well, you said you knew where I could find Shimi. Nuh-uh, Pepper says knows where sashimi goes. Pepper, still grinning, looks up towards where one of the tree branches overhangs the roof. I follow Pepper's eyes. I don't see. But then I do. Hidden by the branch is a plastic recycling bag, tied shut and containing something. I wouldn't have seen it if Pepper hadn't pointed it out. How did Pepper know? Who cares? The real questions are, what's in it? And more importantly, how am I going to get it down? Pepper, get him! Reading my mind, or maybe just my expression, Pepper offers her solution. Doing a splendid Sin Kitty impersonation, she quickly climbs up the tree. I don't really want her to get on the roof, but it's the only way to get it down. Be careful! With impressive agility, she's up quicker than I'm comfortable with. It only takes a moment for her to retrieve the bag. Seems Shimi managed to affix it to the branch so that it would stay on the roof. Pepper unceremoniously drops the bag to me and climbs down. When she's safely back on the ground, I relax and open the bag. Pepper's eyes remain fixed on the roof, but there's nothing else up there. I get her attention. Hey, stay off the roof. Bah, no fun. Just holding the bag arouses the feeling of being close to Shimi. Involuntarily, I pause a moment to savor the connection. Surprised to see clothes inside the bag, and more surprised that they aren't mine. It appears Shimi has acquired a new outfit, a pair of denim shorts and a shirt. From a clothing donation box, maybe. It's very common for ferals to raid them. This is actually one of the things everyone seems to agree upon and encourage when it comes to ferals. The idea of a bunch of wild cat girls running around naked would make the Puritans lose their minds. For as far back into history as you can look, people have been leaving old clothes out for ferals. So they go back to ancient history, then. Okay. And because people are imbeciles, in more modern times, sometimes people will leave out clothes featuring their local sports teams, then post security or trail cam footage of ferals running around in them. Go team! Idiots. This doesn't look like something left out.
This is a thing that's been going on since, like, ancient times. Wow.
Sounds like it. This doesn't look like something left out for a feral, and there isn't a clothing donation box anywhere close. Unless you got those from that box by the restaurant. Cold, not from box. Guess. I narrow my eyes at Pepper. She seems to know way more than she should. And there's something too familiar about this outfit. Various telltale splatters of paint on the shirt leave no doubt that these are Veronika's. Oh, good guesser! Pepper, quite pleased with herself, skips off back to the house. She didn't actually say where Shimi is, but she didn't lie either. Pepper told me she knows where Shimi goes. Next door, raiding Veronika's clothesline. Although Veronika's clothesline is empty, there's no doubt this would be one of my neighbor's outfits. She wouldn't have just gotten rid of it, she's too practical. Both the shirt and shorts are in good shape. It's actually pretty brash for Shimi to have taken them. Even having no concept of personal property, ferals don't come into people's yards. Not normally. Guess I spoiled her. Maybe it's just too tempting for Shimi. I wonder how long ago she took these. Is she planning on coming back for them? Doesn't make sense that she'd grab Veronika's. Claudia comes out to see what I'm doing and catches me snooping. She gives a disapproving expression as an idea comes to me. Yeah, Shimi took some of Veronika's clothes. You and I should go see Veronika and give them back. Already anticipate Claudia eagerly agreeing. She'll make a nice distraction. Claudia runs to grab her shoes while I try to figure out how I'm going to tell Veronika that I have her clothes. Quick inventory shows me my half-baked plan just got more complicated. The shirt and shorts aren't the issue. It's the bra and the frilly panties that I didn't notice till now.
Echoes are girls. What can I say?
Yeah.
Girls like, being cute.
The bra is very plain, but the delicate panties are way sexier than anything I'd expect from Veronika. A red thong, the thin, transparent material accentuated with lace. It takes me a moment to accept they really belong to my mousy neighbor. There's hardly anything to them. Good for you, Veronika. It's amazing.
You know what? Even mousy girls need to feel sexy.
That's true. It's amazing how a simple piece of cloth can make a guy feel like the world's biggest pervert. It wasn't my intention to do anything weird, but here I am admiring my neighbor's sexy panties. How she would look wearing them. Consider losing the panties. To save both of us the awkwardness, instead I hide them and the bra inside of the shorts. Leaving the empty bag behind, Claudia and I head over to Veronica's. I've never felt comfortable knocking on Veronica's back door. I know she doesn't mind, and unlike going to the front, this way has the benefit of keeping Claudia hidden from the neighbors' prying eyes. But I still feel like I'm intruding. It's unlocked, please. I mean, come in? We step inside. Veronika looks surprised, but also happy to see us. Claudia immediately gives her a big hug. Hi, Veronika. Hope we're not interrupting. Oh, no, not at all. I was just doing a stretching canvas. And I'm always happy to see Claudia. Your nails look so pretty. Thanks. Claudia beams the attention and steps away to admire Veronika's artwork. Please forgive the mess. It's, would you like some tea? Not necessary. Tea, please. Veronika smiles at Claudia, I guess for having tea. Now, if I remember, it's mostly milk for you. Is that right, Claudia? Claudia nods, grinning in anticipation as Veronika puts water on the stove to boil. I had an idea to try latex on glass, like maybe different blooming flowers? And then after it dries, I'm, carefully using a scraper to lift it off, so it'll just be paint, like just the paint without any kind of backing. Lost in her own excitement, Veronika excitedly rambles as she putters about making tea. Her enthusiasm sharing her passion is strong enough to make me momentarily forget why I came over. Seems like a cool idea. I could string them into hanging mobile or, like, a beaded curtain. It's only been here a handful of times. The first time was with Agora when he had to apologize for him breaking the fence. Another after he fixed it, when I had to apologize for him replacing the broken part with a gate. Every time I've been here, her house has looked exactly the same and also completely different. Her house isn't dirty, but there's also no recognizable sense of order. Tarps cover most of the floor, and everywhere you look, there are paintings in various states of completion. These paintings are not the ones that were here last time, and the ones I saw last time are not the ones I saw the time before. As if Veronika were constantly in every phase of making something, preparing the components, starting one in the middle of another, nearly completed with still another. But I think the latex on its own will be too floppy, so I need to figure out the strum thing to strengthen the latex so when it's off the glass, like, stands up. Is everyone in this neighborhood autistic? I'm just asking.
Yeah, well, that's a good question. I don't have an answer to that.
On top of it all, Veronika doesn't seem to have a single style or even a single medium. Claudia admires a large piece of slate covered with a vibrant swarm of butterflies done in oils with a palette knife, next to which is a fisheye perspective abstract watercolor of a cityscape on thick paper, which is next to what looks like a commissioned portrait she's working on with charcoal and pastels.
Are you saying she's rainbow, Professor?
I was about to say, this could be Daria Gorgeous Turnip Rainbow the Hedgehog, the Elf, the Third, Esquire, LLC.
With cheese.
With extra cheese, yes. The enamels and oils would stand up, but they'd be extremely fragile or very thick, and they won't come off of glass like, latex would. It honestly looks like a studio where half a dozen people are working rather than the living room with just a single person. I have a feeling
They say that, but you have a true auteur who wants to make things.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I have a feeling her mind works in much the same way that her home looks, chaotic and unfocused, but restless and productive. So while I was thinking about it, I was stretching canvas. I'll always need a prepared canvas, so it's like, multitasking, I guess. Even though I can't fully appreciate all that goes into her work, I find myself looking around at the different pieces she's making. There's no denying her talent. Veronika is a really gifted artist.
Probably would be really, really interesting to talk to.
Yeah.
And yet our, MC Kun is so busy, in his head. He's got this absolute 10 out of 10 right next to him.
And he's just like
is interested in him, and he's like, but she left with 2 whole bags.
Like, Veronika clearly wants him to display interest in her hobby, and he's just like totally lost in his skull. Not that I totally relate to that or anything. That would be ridiculous. There's no denying her talent. Veronika's a really gifted artist, which is why her lack of confidence has always bewildered me. Impressed with it all, it takes me a moment to realize she stopped talking. I'm perplexed by Veronika's startled expression until I realize she sees I'm very casually holding her clothes. Does she think I just grabbed these? It's my turn to stammer. Oh, I have some of your clothes. Oh. Her eyes widen and cheeks flush. No. This feral Neko. There's a feral in our neighborhood? Technically, yes. There's a feral Neko in our neighborhood. That statement is true. That is so cool! Yeah, your clothes. Wait, you think it's cool? Oh, yeah. Veronika completely forgets the awkwardness. But you haven't been feeding it, have you? Yes, indeed, we have been feeding it, and then some. We're not supposed to feed them anymore. I guess so maybe they, go after more rats? Rats scare me. She leans in and says the last part quietly, maybe so the rats don't hear her. My dad says there were signs of the really big rats at one of the places we're renovating. He called the cops. They came right over with guns. They were there the whole day, but like they couldn't find them. I'm supposed to be painting the rooms there, but I hate the thought of it, you know? Police put down these things, some metal things, step on it and it clamps shut. A bear trap? You need a mechanical bear trap to get these things? How big are they?
It sounds like that is what they put down, yes.
Traps.
You step on them and it clamps shut, traps with the mental pointy teeth. Yeah.
All I can think is I'll end up
like
stepping on one. Ferals are so important to keep the rat populations down. I wish there was a feral in that neighborhood, That'd be so cool. No, not now with the traps. I'd hate to think of a feral like stepping on one. Hearing Veronika talk about ferals in such a positive way is refreshing. I wonder how she would react to learning that one of them is actually living in my house right next door, sleeping in my bed. I have a feeling ferals are...
Shimi is feral, though.
No, I'm in agreement there. I have a feeling ferals are smart enough to avoid traps. I reassure, uncertain how I could be so convinced about something I have no way to really know. Half-jokingly, I offer, well, I could always let you take Pepper to work with you. She wouldn't mind the car ride and would love the chance to hunt. Pepper, your friend Gorosneko, right? With the hammer? That's... I was kidding, of course, but she seems to be seriously contemplating it or trying to find a polite way to decline the offer.
Pepper probably would enjoy it. Pepper strikes me as someone who really enjoys. She is one of those, animal people things that, like, she, is very extroverted. She has never met anyone who isn't a friend. It's just she hasn't met them yet.
Yeah, I get that.
And she's got her mission, which is to say, kill the crap out of, rats.
The giant
I'll say this.
Demon rats.
Yes, I'll say this. Cooper, ever since he was little, we never trained him or anything, but he has always been like extremely mindful of any bunnies around. He thinks that it is his mission. He's got to protect us against these rabbits that are in our neighborhood. And it's like, there's been a couple times where he's been like a hair's breadth away, and we're like, oh, one of these days you're going to catch a rabbit and you're going to make Baby Pugum very upset because Baby Pugum loves rabbits.
Oh.
And it's like, he's gonna get a kill. So.
Yeah. Regardless, if there were no rats, Pepper would get bored and cause mischief. So anyway, the feral had your clothes.
Oh, you mean like what she does anyway?
Yeah. Thanks so much. Yeah, I have missed these and wondered forever where I put them, But I'd have been okay if I knew the feral had them. They're just so mysterious and neat. I'm thankful Veronika doesn't
honestly, I kind of was wondering if she actually left them out for Shimi.
What?
Victoria seems a little bit more on the ball than she lets on.
Veronika, but yeah.
Or Veronika, yes, I'm sorry. Veronika seems a little bit more on the ball than she lets on, and honestly, I kind of got the sense that she knew that Shimi was there with us.
Yeah, I kind of got that impression. She hasn't admitted to it yet, but that's a possibility for sure. I'm thankful that Veronika doesn't think to ask how I got her clothes back from a feral. Instead, she goes to her clothes, then excitedly holds up the bra. Oh, great! This is probably my best bra. Be thankful you're a guy. Women's underwear is the worst. Guys have no idea how hard it is to find a bra that fits just right,
That is true.
It's apparently a very complicated process, and you guys at home, if you've been following the Snek channel, know that I prefer my women plus-sized. So I actually know a thing or two about this. Most women actually go around in life wearing the wrong bra size.
And you can know this because the women of the Clan Pugum are well endowed.
Yeah.
And so I have heard many stories. This is one of those things where just like your younger sisters and your mom just proceed to regale you with tales and travails of underwires and poking things and just things being tight. And you're just like, for Christ's sake, God in heaven, please, you are my mother, you are my little sister. I don't need to hear this from you. And yet they're like, well, I'm just gonna tell you. And it's like, Fine.
I'm moving.
Okay.
I'm moving to Brazil now. I'm gonna go learn Portuguese.
I'm going to Argentina. I'm going beneath Brazil.
No, I don't. But I'm sure it looks great on you. I mean, I cringe as I hear my own words, but as Veronika realizes we're casually chatting about her underwear, any chance of avoiding embarrassment is crushed by a much greater scandal when the lace thong makes its appearance.
Hey, chicka bum bum.
The delicate...
Oh, so we're not going to talk about your ass crack underwear. Okay.
The delicates fall from the wad of clothes, floating impossibly slowly to the floor and land on my foot. We both stare frozen at the red thong and then at each other. Veronika's blush is so instant and vibrant, I worry that she might faint. I quickly avert my eyes. That seemed like a blank spot on the ceiling. Is the most interesting thing I've seen all day.
No, what you need to do is you need to assert dominance, MC-kun. You need to pick them up, give them to her, nod, and maybe give her a finger guns, and then you say nothing.
I don't think MC Kun is capable of asserting dominance on anything at all.
Really? Even Ditaku, Lucid Ditaku could be like, hey,
girl,
nod, hand, gong, nod, finger guns.
Claudia, God bless her,
wait.
picks up the panties and hands them to Veronika. Dropped. Oh, those aren't mine. Confused, Claudia looks at them. Those are mine, but they were a present. I mean, Veronika's hesitation and stammering do nothing to diffuse the uncomfortable moment.
It's okay. It's okay, Veronika. It's okay.
Or draw attention away from the tiny piece of lingerie, making the situation even more awkward. Claudia holds them up. So pretty, Veronika. Veronika looks like she doesn't know how she should respond.
Here's the thing. Having to do laundry for my family, and I've seen things the likes of which God wouldn't see. Strange underwear, strange garments off the far side of Orion. All these strange memories will be gone like tears in the rain. You just learn to live with it, I guess, is what I'm ultimately saying, MC-kun.
She doesn't know.
You don't need to be Rutger. You just learn to live with it. It's not that big a deal.
It really is.
You learn to live with it. You learn to go, oh, my mousy neighbor is actually kind of a freak. That's kind of cool. I should probably, store this information for later. I don't know. Maybe she does have a route. We don't know. We're currently dealing with the fact that our feral, who is just a feral apparently, even though we've had this big, huge emotional breakthrough about her being like, yes, we are in fact home now, Shimi.
Veronika looks like she doesn't know if she should respond, ignore Claudia completely, or curl up in a ball on the floor and play dead until we leave.
No, Veronika, you're fine.
Sure.
It's okay.
Not get more awkward.
You know what? It's okay. We're not going to think less of you. If anything, honestly, I'm like, damn.
All right.
You were way more interesting than I thought you were.
Girl knows
I thought you were kind of cool, and now I'm like, damn, where's your route?
I'm so wrong. Maybe we can get you a nice baby for you, Claudia.
No.
I mean, Claudia slightly blushes and looks at me, excited at the prospect of me buying her lingerie. Now I'm trying to really hard to not envision both Veronika and Claudia wearing nothing but. I force a smile and consider curling up a ball on the floor. I think that tea's ready.
Maybe I'm just weird. I don't know. It just doesn't bother me.
No, it doesn't bother me either, but it's clear that bro here seems to lack experience in that department. So
I guess maybe this is the result of me having 3 little sisters. And 3 little sisters, once might I add, who have no shame. No shame. And they will just
have no shame. So
they talk about feminine hygiene products and issues, and they're like, and then they turn to me and they're like, oh, sorry, we're talking about like glandularitis. And it's like, okay, I mean, you're going to keep talking about it anyway, and I'm here.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't want to talk about this, but you're fine, whatever.
The rest of our visit is uneventful, as we enjoy tea and small talk that has nothing to do with underwear. Veronika, as always, jumps from topic
Oh
to
man,
topic. She's
this is
very excited.
significantly less interesting.
She gets very excited telling us other art ideas she's recently wanted to work on. Stained glass wall, but painting one picture on a thick metal framing, and then having the glass pieces be like different pictures, so like there's two different contrasting. Claudia listens intently. Finally, we thank Veronika for the tea. Thank you for the visit.
That is sound kind of interesting sounding.
It does. Bye, Veronika. As we get back home, I grab my lightweight rain jacket from the foyer closet.
No, honestly, I get the sense that Veronika wants to have a Neko of her own.
It seems like she does. She seems really excited at the prospect of the neighborhood having a feral in it. A present from Mia she had me buy for myself. It's very good quality. I don't think I've ever worn it. Placing the jacket into Shimi's recycling bag, Pepper is more than happy to return it to the roof. It only cost me another game of bounce. She decided to save story time for another night. After Pepper and I wrapped up our game, I watched the afternoon sun head way over the far hills, leaving room for a night to visit for a while. I finally admitted to myself that I'm worried about Shimi, which is stupid. She's a feral. She can take care of herself. The rats are at our door, a score approaching, likely more. They've come, they're under the floor, a score upon us, and certainly more.
That's only 20.
Through ceiling and wall, they scratch and bore, a score to settle, come more and more.
And here's the thing.
And more.
Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen.
More.
The issue is that we are kind of conditioned through popular media to believe that rats are cute and harmless. They're not. They are awful vermin who are very violent. And really, honestly, I mean, ultimately, they really have no defense other than just breeding and just breeding and just breeding.
Yep. So
But,
we're going to stop here for now. I have to call it an evening, but we have a new intrigue plot. Shimi has suddenly gone missing, and I'm curious. We'll probably already have the game completed before I'm able to get an answer to my question, but I feel like we're on Shimi's route. Since we made that decision, the story has felt decidedly Shimi-centric. So,
which is fine.
No, I'm not complaining. I'm just speculating at this point because things that are the observations of the player are not necessarily how the game is coded. So it's always one of those things where you never 100% know. But I'm very curious to see where this all leads. It seems like there is a deepening mystery about the rats, despite our limited understanding of the broader world. And it does seem like we've kind of grown closer to Veronika, so that's really cool.
Honestly, I feel like Bro needs to, actually get more with Veronika.
Yeah.
No, he seems like he's kind of down bad.
Yeah.
He needs...
He needs companionship, and she seems like the type who's smart and classy enough to be a good counterpart to him. Anyway.
Also, hey, you know what? She's like the one person who probably would not, OMG, look at all these Nekos. She's like, OMG, Nekos, this is awesome.
This is the best thing ever. Yeah, basically like that. So join us here as we continue through the story of OmOneko. And we will see you guys next time.